If you're using AI humanizers to beat detection, stop. You'll worsen your score, and this video explains why.
Hey, like, subscribe, and share.
Students, let's face it, your professor will use AI to mark your essays and other written work. So if you're using AI to write your assignments and then using AI humanizers to make them look like your work, it's not the easy way out anymore. You'll get a 0. You may get an F in your course. You may face mandatory ethics training. The worst case is heading to the school's disciplinary committee, suspension from school, and no job recommendation from your professor. AI detectors do not read your paper the way your professor would. They're not asking themselves questions like, does this sound smart? Is the grammar good? Or are there advanced words? Instead, they analyze patterns in the writing itself to determine whether you wrote it or automated the content using AI. AI detectors are trained on millions of human-written and AI-written texts. Over time, they've learned that AI tends to write in precise, predictable ways, even when the output looks polished. They focus on how predictable your word choices are, how consistent your tone is, and how your sentences are structured, how ideas flow from one to the next, and most important of them all, how unnatural the perfection looks. Most students like to go the easy route, especially when that essay is due in a few days. They just visit a promising AI humanizer after watching several ads and listening to your friends' recommendations. That's how you get misled. AI humanizers promise to bypass AI detection, make AI sound human, and guarantee 0 detection, among other capabilities. But here's the problem. These humanizers are also using AI to rewrite your content. So instead of removing AI patterns, they often replace one AI pattern with another. Humanizers typically swap words with synonyms, add filler phrases, slow sentence transitions artificially, and rephrase without changing structure. To a detector, that looks suspicious, not safer. In fact, humanized text often scores worse because it becomes over-polished, over-consistent, and over-explained, which ironically makes it easier to flag. This is where most students miss the point. AI tools are not the problem. AI output without editing is the problem. Human writing has minor inconsistencies, uneven sentence rhythm, personal phrasing choices, and natural imperfections. In other words, human writing is as imperfect as the human working on it. When you manually edit AI-generated content, you break predictable patterns, you inject personal logic and voice, you change how ideas connect. Your lecturer sees the human input. Your paper doesn't get flagged, and you are not a potential of all the consequences we discussed at the beginning of the video. AI detectors don't just look into, was this written by AI? They also check on, does this behave as a human wrote it? In the next video, we're going to discuss how these detectors actually work so that you know exactly what they use to detect AI use in your writing. See you in the next one.